To make a long story short, Horus and Set are related because they raped the followers of Horus, the female ones, and Isis as well, and it's sort of obscured in the story. I've caught them altering pictures, and they've been drugging me to alter my face. And naturally, growing up, I drank a lot of sugared drinks, a lot of soda, a lot of things that really kept that masculine Narmer genes from expressing itself. So it gets more confusing. And then, of course, they've been covertly drugging me and using technology. So a lot of things in their culture that gives away why I'm right. Okay, which races are in charge, which aren't, who looks like who, and why. Ultimately, you look at my family tree, it's very clear, it's very straightforward. My dad has a very wide face, and it's very Haru face. He gave away tons of money in free service, and he hasn't lived a lavish life. He drives a basic car, you know, and it's very obvious who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. All these guys they've smeared, you know, they've put in Hollywood, right? If you think that Scott Adkins and Van Damme and all these Hollywood action heroes are the top martial artists and that they're the face of God, there's something seriously wrong with you. If you think that I'm lying, there's something seriously wrong with you. You should be able to tell by the different speech patterns in my videos that I'm being drugged, the 17 witnesses. When I am coming off as sincere and speaking effectively, that this is something that no actor could fake, at least not at this time. You should be able to tell by the fact that I emerge and tell you the pure truth, and the fact that I'll almost certainly die without being given my rightful place. And that overkill, these things overkill my point. What reason do I possibly have to lie? You know, there is no viable reason for it. You know, the closest thing to it is, oh, I'm lying. You know, they want you to believe that I'm lying, and they might take this out of context and so on, so that after I die, you think that quote unquote I'm something quote unquote that I'm not, right? It's stupid, right? Why would I go to my maker after dedicating my life to expose the truth and worry about how people see me after I'm dead? It's insane, you know. Obviously, I've been telling the truth. Obviously, I've been going the distance to show you the difference. And obviously, they've been sitting there sucking a propaganda goat penis while pretending they're in the right and I'm bad. And, you know, even ISIS, right, when the name ISIS that they've given to the group, right? And you have Donald Trump saying they defeated ISIS. They're saying they defeated love. Their culture isn't about love. I went to great lengths to give you what love really is, to pinpoint the definition. It's insane to think that I'm wrong. Okay, so there's Enki and Loki that also prove my point. Look at their statues. Look at Pan. Did I make these statues and drawings? No, I can't draw very well. I've traced the Narmer palette in one of my videos, but I do not draw very well. I have big hands, for example, and I do think that's a part of it, though I'm not quite sure. What I am sure of is that these deities are deities of mischief, crafts, magic, creation, fertility, and they looked up to great warriors. Look at the stories in the Middle East. You know, Baal and so on and so forth. These are deities or gods that are defeating other gods in spiritual combat, this compared to actual martial arts combat. This is not a coincidence. Look at the story of Helen of Troy. Okay, these stories have everything to do with martial arts combat and mimicking it, right? Jesus said he came to bring a sword. Look at the stories in the Old Testament. David and Goliath, Joshua, Benaiah, okay, defeating the 7-foot Egyptian. Why bring up his height? And of course, they've been dehydrating me and keeping me from doing martial arts so my face changes like somebody who's more of a mage or a sage or a trickster. The word game is a scramble for mage, and obviously I am not a magic card bitch. I despise magic tricks. I despise illusion as a form of rape, and I've been going on and on about why they're wrong. And before that, I've been going on and on about the reproductive culture being wrong and the people's judgment being wrong. And even if by some weird twist of fate I was wrong, which I'm not, okay, I inspire thought. How can he who inspires you to think effectively and analytically, you know, be the one trying to trick you? Obviously, these other guys do some illusion-based misdirection, groupie version of that. Okay, and they pretend that they're trying to get you to transcend and to think outside the system, but it's all this hippie kind of psychedelic, Alice in Wonderland nonsense. I'm the one who uses the word focus. I'm the one who talks about brain function. I'm the one who pinpoints it. Okay, certainly you are lost if you think that I am wrong, or that the face of the devil, okay, by the oppressor groups and institutions that they propound, that magically that's the face of God. My goodness. Look up the idea of the face of God as well. I didn't mean to go on this long, but of course, horror means face. It's an Egyptian word. It means something along the lines of face. It's also a play on words for face us, face the facts, face the truth. Who's trying to get you to disassociate, and who wants you to face the truth? And how do you face the truth? By taking drugs, by meditating, by clearing your mind, or by thinking analytically, writing things down, organizing your thoughts, and focusing effectively. They try to say that some mental disorders, I'm sure some people have something like that going on with them, probably mostly from drugs, but, has to do with disorganized thinking. But so does the psych meds. Makes you a zombie, makes it harder to think. Okay? I'm the one showing you how to organize your thoughts and think effectively through martial arts focus and repetition, right? Exercising your brain and exercising the demons out of your brain, getting them out of there. They're trying to exercise the demons in terms of make them stronger and more dominant over you. As you see, every religion other than mine is a child story, or it's for little kids, or just effeminate sissies. And what I've explained to you is something that every true martial artist knows innately as they search for love, as they search for true masculinity, okay? When they're down on their luck and they're feeling sad, okay? There is no such thing as being a true martial artist outside the divine order. You're just playing a fucking game with Cleopatra and cowards like that, right? Cleopatra's name is a play on words that insults God. Yes, there's no words for the amount of pain I would have inflicted on her. Cleopatra, C-L-E-O, right? The effeminate, the temple worshipping is turned as far as the flesh, right? Pet Ra, okay? She's basically saying that, this gender neutral idea of a gender neutral pharaoh, right? She's a female kind of trying to take on masculine trait pharaoh, okay, ruling over Ra. Obviously, Ra is the spirit, and it can never be ruled over, period. Not even Pharaoh. And only Pharaoh can claim to understand God and be telling the truth. Okay? Cleopatra is evil. So is Rome. All roads lead to Rome. Rome backwards is E more. All roads lead to Rome. And the child's way of understanding it is the angel with wings, right? To traverse the realm. But it's really submission to God. They tell you in a way so that you never grow up. And people never do. And they keep sleeping with the devil like sniveling cowards. Imagine you're a real warrior, a real martial artist who submitted to God. And you sacrifice everything on the planet in a split second, if that's what God requires. And that's what God has communicated to you. Okay. You're looking at a bunch of bitches when you look around. How could I not be very angry with the rest of you, with the rest of the world? You're not submitting to God. You're not stopping at nothing to submit to God. There is no excuse for this kind of childish, immature, cowardly, evil, selfish, sniveling, worm-like behavior. Just pathetic. And if you don't feel extreme disdain after seeing this video and know that you should stop at nothing to submit to me, yes, you are evil. And if you don't understand why I look this way after all the drugs they have thrown my way, after all they've blinded me and caused me breathing trouble on record, okay? And I have the inhalers and the eyedroppers and all this proof, you know, that is what has happened, okay? The psych meds they're trying to give to me. Okay, this changes my face. Okay, makes me look more like them, inky, right? This kind of, you know, it's kind of like a straight, kind of pointy nose. It's a pointy nose. They're pointy-nosed devils. And some of them have sort of a hook nose. These are variations of their reproductive cycle. The reason why the German Jews resemble the Germans. They're in the same reproductive cycle. These are just variations of them. Okay? It's all a game to them.